you sure?
Yeah.
You're not going to be sad if your hair's gone? Are you sure you want short hair?
Why is the child in control? Why is the child in control here? Are you sure you want this, honey? Are you sure you want this? Are you sure you want that? What happened to saying, no, you little shit, you're not having it? What happened to that? What happened to spines? Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks for the new subscribers. Hello guys. I thought I'd do some more madness from libs of TikTok, so here we go.
Gender binary is a direct result of European colonization, and if we look globally and historically throughout the world and the ways that people have existed and talked about gender, the idea of there only being two genders is a new concept that is directly linked to white supremacy.
Don't know about that, like, I'm sure there's ancient Japanese cultures where there's two genders, and there's ancient African cultures where there's two genders, and yeah, that's just... Humans have been a binary mammal species for hundreds of thousands of years. We've been this way for like 100,000 years. And we've been... every human that's ever been born was a result of a man and a woman, a male and a female. Every single one. So, it's getting a bit strange now, isn't it?
I'm 46, and when I turn...
It's getting a bit weird now with the kids. This is the reason that I do it. This is the reason that I do libs of TikTok. I don't care what adults do. I don't care. If your prefrontal cortex is developed, if you're like 25, do what you want. And when you're 21, you're an adult, but you're still a bit naive, so I'd still advise you to do like other things. But once you get to 25, you do you. You do what you want to do. He wasn't 25.
Turned 50, and my husband is all better. We plan on moving out of this country and somewhere else in the world. No idea where yet,
Okay.
Just not here. So my question is there a place we can move that people would be happy to have us, that we're not gentrifying or colonizing? Is there a way to do this?
No.
I don't want to be a problem, but I need to get the fuck out of this country.
Well, you can't. You can't leave. Because if you leave, you're a colonizer. So you have to stay where you are. You're stuck now because of your own stupid beliefs. Ha!
You fucking cowards come into my city again. I'm gonna do what I did last time. And I raised over $10,000 for an organization that you people tried to protest and take down. And we're gonna keep going and raise more to ensure that there are plenty of drag queen story hours. And it would be my personal mission. Every time you show up in my city,
Just spray me. It makes me feel. It makes me feel about this big.
Yeah, that's how they feel when you misgender them. So now you can know the feeling. Just get it right, and you won't have to get sprayed.
What?
Yeah, so here's what's going on.
What?
She is misgendering our partners, like my partner, my spouse, and then my sister's partner as well. Yeah, and she's known them for years and years. So we tried telling her nicely, and now we're balance training.
So you're bullying people. These siblings made a spray bottle policy and spray their mom with water every time she misgenders them. That's assault. You're assaulting people. I know it's a very mild form of assault, but it's still assault. Unless she consents to it, it's assault. You're shooting her with stuff. You're throwing things at her. That's terrible. So she openly admits that she bullies her parents. Society's crumbling, guys. Society's crumbling down.
Years and years. So we tried telling her nicely, and now we're balance training.
Jesus.
First drag show? First drag show ever. Baby over here, look at this. What's your name, sweetheart? What's your name? How old are you? You're 3? Gorgeous. Look at this little angel. You want a shot?
But is it not? Do you not tip strippers? We don't really have strip clubs in the UK, so it's not really a common thing. But you guys, it's common to, like, you tip a stripper, don't you? You go to a strip club, slip the money in the bra or the bikini or whatever they're wearing. That's what you do. So why is a little girl tipping an adult man that then starts doing the can-can? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on here? We have a serious mental health crisis in this country. It's not your country, guys. It's happening. It's happening. It's the Western world. It's not just the US. It's like England, France, Germany. It's happening everywhere. The fact that they're married. Oh, it's actually painful to watch. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with some people. That is madness. This is why the series is called Madness.
And I'm also non-binary, so every single time that I sub a new class, I always tell them, it's like, hey, I don't really like the titles Mrs. or the Mister, so y'all can just refer to me as sub or sub G, because G is the first letter of my last name. And I've been trying to gain some more confidence for the pronoun thing, but I think this is as far as I'll probably go. I'll probably make it prettier. I don't know if there's like any better stickers because it's just my handwriting. And then I also have it in the back. I don't think I'm gonna take this one off.
If you're seeing this, you've reached Classical Music is Racist TikTok. The fact that classical music, which is really the music of 18th century Western European cis straight white male composers, is valued as the highest form of art music in America, is an example of white supremacy. Those who go to college to study music will spend countless hours studying music theory, Western music history, and more, and most schools only have one class requirement or no class requirements for world music. This means that educators are woefully unprepared to meet the standards of understanding global interdisciplinary and 21st century connections with music. Task forces like this one are arguing that the music major needs to be changed to be more all-encompassing and actively anti-racist. But in the meantime, those who are music educators have to struggle and wrestle with the question, how can I be actively anti-racist in teaching music in a system that values white supremacy? Follow me to find out.
Why do all of these people talk like robots and not really have any conviction to the words that they are using? They sound like they are reading from a script very badly and not actually knowing what the words they are using mean. Terrible. How does it even make sense? Again, it's because white people invented it and we look back, like it makes it racist today. No, classical music came from Europe. So yeah, most people were pale and most people were men. Like, that were writing it. That's just the way it happened. Like, there'll be things that come from Africa that, like, Africans invented. And there'll be things that come from Japan that the Japanese invented. And there'll be things that come from all over the world that those people invented. It doesn't make those things intrinsically anti every other race. It just means it came from that place. So is the haka. Do you know the New Zealand war dance before the tribes used to do it to each other? The All Blacks, the team, still do it to this day. It's like a ceremonial thing. Is the haka racist against every other race then? Because New Zealanders invented it. It doesn't make any sense. It's just such faulty logic. Sorry for the cut. My mother-in-law came. I thought it was my violin that I've ordered, but it wasn't. It was my mother-in-law with a dish. The disappointment is palpable. But yeah, let's carry on.
Since you want an explanation that you're not going to listen to anyway, I'm going to explain this to you very clearly. People who use ghost self pronouns do not actually think that they're a ghost since somebody told you that, apparently. They just feel that ghost self is a perfect way to describe how they feel about their gender pronoun-wise. And it literally works the same way as if you would use somebody's name instead of a pronoun. It works the same way as talking about somebody in the third person. Literally, if I were to say Salem's favorite game is a PlayStation 2 game, and it makes Salem very happy that it still works, but then you replace it with a neo-pronoun, so it would be, Ghost's favorite game is a PlayStation 2 game, and it makes Ghost very happy because it still works. Like, it's the same thing in a different font. Why is this so difficult for you to grasp? It's such...
Because it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's so difficult to grasp, because now what you're doing is you're saying that over hundreds of years we've developed verbs and pronouns and nouns and adjectives. And we've developed all of these words, and they're all categorized, and they all do certain things. And these words follow rules, and those rules underpin language. If you remove those rules, language makes no sense anymore. So you're saying that Ghost Self. So what if we start changing the name of PlayStation 2 to Zoo Black? So Ghost's favorite bleh plays on the Zoo Black. Like, it just, now you're not making any sense, are you? So as soon as you make this is a slippery slope down into language just descending into random noises. That's what it is. That's why it's hard to understand it, you purple-haired lunatic.
Such a simple concept, and third graders can understand it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you real quick about something that happened to me this week, and this is going to be a two-parter because it's two different kids. First kid, right after lunch, running into the clinic, about ready to start kindergarten. You know the type. So excited to be there until they found out they're getting shots. I asked the parents, are you guys going to start her in kindergarten next year? And they said, no, I don't think we're going to do that. There are too many things going on in schools these days. And here I was thinking they're going to talk about funding public education or guns in schools. Oh, they didn't want their kid to talk about pronouns. You realize we all have pronouns.
Yes!
So I said, baby, yes, are you a boy or a girl? And she said, I'm a girl. And I said, sounds like you don't have to worry about that. She already has she, her pronouns for now. And if there's another kid in her class that's questioning, it's really not any of your business. Or problem, for that matter. To say they changed the subject quickly would be an understatement. I don't tolerate that in my clinic. We accept everybody for who they are.
On a very...
You see, that was a parent understanding that these purple-haired goons are trying to manipulate children, so they're saying, nah, I'm not going to do it. Well played to that set of parents. And Blaze, good on you for homeschooling your boys, mate, because it's fucking right. It shouldn't be done. If you know that a lunatic is going to be teaching your kids, it's on you to protect your children, isn't it? It's on you, because the state can't do it anymore, clearly. We've given Big Daddy Government all this power, and now Big Daddy Government's fucking us. So we need to stop.
Serious note. Not
Some racism. A little bit of racism in there, mixed in with the paedophilia.
to be offensive. I'm gonna need a lot of you white creators in terms of what the plans are to do in celebrating Wakanda Forever. Let Black, Indigenous, and Latino Hispanic creators speak. If you see an idea that you want to participate in and you think that, oh my god, like I think that's really good, stitch those videos. I'm being so serious when I say this. I don't care if you are a white Black Panther fan. I don't care about how much you love the stories. And if you even use that as a retaliation to speak over these communities, I won't be nice and explain your ignorance. I will be advocating for your demise. I'm not saying you can't participate in the Wakanda hype, but be aware that a lot of the Wakanda hype in Black, African, Latino, Indigenous culture. So know when to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and let BIPOC creators speak.
My gut feeling to that is, fuck you, bitch, you can keep it. That's my response to it. If you're going to go on like that, well, no white people should be here. Well, fuck you then. Enjoy it. Sweet. That's my response to it. It's shocking that, like, Martin Luther King, did you hear him? I've just heard him there spinning his grave. Did you hear that? Terrible.
Who needs to hear this?
It's absolutely shocking, that, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. Oh, why is it always the little kids? What is wrong with the parents? What is wrong with the parents? They just clearly don't understand anything. I don't get it. I don't get it.
But top surgery is for anybody. There's no template for what you must look like after top surgery. What makes life so beautiful is the diversity in its people. And those who are post-op top surgery are no different. Top surgery isn't limited to one gender, one expression, one style. It is not limited to one ethnicity, one culture, one race. It's hard to watch this, guys, I'm sorry. It's not limited to one shape or size. Those who are post-op have just as much variety as the rest of the world. Some choose nipples, some don't. Some have straight scars, some have curved scars, some have no scars. Some of us are feminine, some of us are masculine, some of us are androgynous. The only one thing that we all truly share is freedom and joy.
So the question is about coming out to...
Oh, fucking hell, that was hard to watch that. I couldn't watch that. That is unbelievable, that. The one thing that we all have in common is that you were all manipulated and then mutilated. And now you've... Oh, fucking hell. These poor people. These poor people. Because it's not now or next week or next month. It's 10 years down the line when they look back and they think, fuck. Because all of those people there, all the ones that I saw before I looked away, were young. They were all beneath 25. They were all young and naive and impressionable still. Trying to find themselves. And now, look where they find themselves. Bad. It's super disheartening, that. Super disheartening to see that. Brutal.
To students, and as a teacher who has worked with elementary, middle, and high school aged students, I think I can help you out a little bit here. The first thing you should do is just keep your language simple, because this teacher specifically is working with elementary school kids. You want to use language they're going to understand based off experiences they have. Just say something simple like this. Here's what I said. I used to be a boy, but that made me hurt. It made me feel uncomfortable. So I went to a doctor, we talked. Now I take medicine and I'm a girl. Boom. There you go. That's all you really need to know. It's not a perfect explanation. If you're not on hormones or you don't want to take hormones, it's not the best, but it can be a really good starting point. If you're not on hormones, I would just say that your doctor and you decided to do things like this, and it's going to be what's good for you to make you happy. Kids understand that. Generally speaking, kids like making people happy, you know? Now, you may see some purpose in going more in depth later on, but starting with that foundation is good for people. That said, before you do any of this, the most important thing you should do is talk with your administrator.
Well, it looks like Twitter's gone. They accepted the money, and
Elon
Stalin is taking over. So fuck you, Twitter, and goodbye forever, you insane Q-like forum. Or soon to be insane like Q-like forum. Peace out! Bye!
This is why I love crazy liberals, because it can send you to the depths of despair looking at mutilated humans that will never recover, and then it bounces over to slightly paedophilic people that are trying to indoctrinate children with sexual things when they shouldn't know anything about sex. And then it goes straight back to people screeching because Elon Musk bought a company and now they know they can't have their leftist echo chamber anymore. Now the right people are going to get in. I hope all the people come back and it just descends back into a free speech market, but I doubt it.
Elon Musk, this is directly to you. Enjoy Twitter. I just deactivated mine. I will not be reactivating it. Enjoy.
I deactivated my account.
How is that a threat? That's like me going, fuck you, YouTube, I'm deleting my account. I hope you feel the pain. Why would YouTube give a fuck? Why would they care? There's millions of other creators that make billions of other people. I probably make them pennies. Why would they care? What a stupid threat to make. I don't know.
Deleted the app. That's what I think of it. Fuck Elon Musk.
Ow.
Today, Twitter has announced that they've been bought by Elon Musk, or however you say his name. I'm not interested in staying on Twitter anymore because of this, and I think there's a lot of people that are about to leave. So I just wanted to let everyone know that you can find me here. I'm going to also share this on Twitter before I deactivate my account so that anyone who wants to follow me can find me here as well.
Hey, I did a thing today. I deactivated my Twitter account. You can too.
Jesus, as if that's Philly. Fuck, man. What on earth is that? Are they okay? Jesus, are you just gonna walk by them? Were they? What on earth, man? Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Sorry, I've got no other words for that. Poor people. Poor people. Fuck, man, what's going on there? Jesus. There's a big wound on her leg. God, man.
Shit ain't done.
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee. So this past week went to SF for the first time at a Twitter office, badged in. Honestly, took a moment to just soak everything in. What a blessing. Also started my morning off with an iced matcha from the perch. Then I had a meeting, so quickly scheduled one of these little pod rooms, which were so cool. They're literally noise canceling. Took my meeting, got ready for lunch. Look how delicious this food looks. Oh my goodness, I was so overwhelmed. Then made my way down to this log cabin area. I don't know what this is, but it was really cool. Played some foosball with my friends to kind of
So far, zero work has been done.
unwind a bit. Also found this really cool meditation room that I thought was super neat. I didn't do any yoga, but they have this yoga room if you are a yogi, so also thought that.
So Elon Musk famously sleeps on a couch, on a sofa in his Tesla factory, and he walks into Twitter HQ and there's fucking yoga mats and meditation rooms and stuff. I'm not surprised he's firing 75% of them. Yeah, I concur.
That was really cool. Had a couple more meetings in the afternoon, had a ton of projects that we needed to knock out. Say hi to my teammates. Went to the library to kind of get some more work done. Obviously had to have our afternoon coffee, so made some espresso. And then before leaving for the day, had some red wine that's on tap. Went up to the rooftop and just honestly enjoyed the beautiful weather. So awesome trip.
Let's talk about dating preferences. This video was so good, you must watch it, and I want to branch off and talk about how it relates to fat phobia and dating. A lot of times when people are asked, why don't you date?
Men like thin women. It's been like that throughout most of history, and the societies that like fat women are the outliers. They are the 5%. Be gone with your 5% nonsense. Most men prefer thin women. It's just the way it is. It's not like this woman here, right? She would probably not date a guy that was shorter than her. But that's fine. Is that height phobic? It's nonsense. She's fat and she doesn't get as much dick as she used to get when she was thin, and she's salty. Super, super salty.
Fat people, trans people, people of color, whatever, they will say, it's just a preference. I'm just not attracted to them. I can't make myself be attracted to someone I'm just not attracted to.
True.
The implication here being that preferences are innate, unchanging, and completely independent of any outside factors or societal norms. And therefore, that they are inherently unproblematic. Like, it's not fat phobia, it's just who I am. I can't help it. But I think it's actually a lot more complicated than that. Our desires are not immune to social conditioning. Although, of course, you can't change your sexual orientation, when we see a certain type of body glorified, praised, and labeled as desirable in media...
She doesn't realise that she's debunking trans people right now. Because she's just said that your preferences and all your feelings and stuff can be socially conditioned. So she's admitting that you can't have both, right? If what you feel inside is true, right? What she's saying is nonsense. And what she's saying is, what you feel inside is what you've been told, then the trans stuff is nonsense. Do you see where I'm coming from? She's arguing against trans people right now, but not even realising it.
from the time that we can even process those messages, it's not going to not have an impact on us. And the fact is, at least anecdotally, lots of fat people report being desired by many people. But the piece that isn't there is the social acceptance. And again, that's also true for other marginalized identities. Maybe you are sexually attracted to fat people, but you can't see yourself in a romantic relationship with one because you've never seen that replicated in media. Or maybe you love a fat person, but you're too afraid of what your friends and family would say if you introduced them. Or you're too afraid of what it would say about you to be with someone who is lower on the desirability totem pole.
Or, I don't find you attractive because you're fat. And when you are fat, that is a result of other things. So you've either got incredibly low willpower, like self-control issues, or you don't respect yourself. I don't find those characteristics attractive. I'm sorry. I've never thought that maybe, if you lost some weight, you'd become more attractive to more people. Have you ever contemplated that? Like, it's not my fault. Like, I'm sure if I became obese, I would be less attractive to women. It works both ways. Just because you're a fat bitch and you can't get any more dick, it doesn't make it my fault that I like thin women. It makes it your fault that you like Big Macs. That's the problem. I can't help you. You have to help yourself. I used to be fat. I'm going through a transition now. I've lost loads of weight. I've still got a little bit of body fat to shed and a bit more muscle to build. But in about 6 months' time, I'll put a picture up side by side of me now and me then. And you'll see. You don't do it. You're not doing it for yourself. You're being lazy. And you're making excuses, saying that it's other people's fault that you're not attractive. Well, no. You have to work on your own attractiveness. And you're a woman, so the older you get, the less attractive you become. It's just the way it is. You're more attractive at 20 than you are at 40, and you're more attractive at 40 than you are at 60, and you're more attractive at 60 than you are at 80. It's just the way it is. You can't change the way that people are attracted to things. It doesn't work like that.
I'm a boy.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mess your hair. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off, okay?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, cut it. Cut it! Cut it!
Okay, I'm gonna cut it off now. Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be sad if your hair's gone? Are you sure you want short hair?
Why is the child in control? Why is the child in control here? Are you sure you want this, honey? Are you sure you want this? Are you sure you want that? What happened to saying, no, you little shit, you're not having it? What happened to that? What happened to spines?
Little hair.
Like fuzzies?
Yep, look, all of them.
This is really hard for mommy to do, honey. I'm gonna miss your long, pretty hair.
Do this to children.
But are you gonna be so happy with short hair?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you want short hair?
Yeah.
You're not gonna have long hair like Queen. Ginger. Okay, now mommy's gonna shave you, okay?
You need to cut my hair.
I'm cutting your hair. Big kid haircut, huh? You're not gonna pull your hair out anymore, right? You look really, really cute. And if you want to grow your hair back out and be long, you can, okay? You don't have to have it short forever, okay? Do you understand? I love you. You sure?
Terror at the door, a family living in fear after a woman smashes the front windows of their home with a pickaxe. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. It happened in Pasadena while a couple's baby was sleeping inside just inches from the flying glass.
Not only did that woman shatter the windows, she shattered the family's sense of security. John Finolio live in Pasadena where he spoke to the homeowner about the terrifying attack. John.
Sure, Micah, that's right. Just a terrifying ordeal. The homeowner tonight saying that this made him feel helpless, describing this whole ordeal unfolding on his home security system like a horror film.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It made him feel helpless. I'm not advocating for violence, but I will advocate for self-defense, okay? Right? Of oneself and one's property. If somebody came to my house and started ripping my plants up, I'd go and yeet them. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just leave them to do it, because, like, Tom McDonald, I think he says it in one of his songs, like, call the police and order food and see what gets to you first, right? So if someone came and started ripping out my front garden and I phoned the police, it'd take them 15 minutes to get here. By the time the police come, everything's been done. You need to be the intermediate between the police arriving. So you need to incapacitate them or arrest them, so that when the police come, like, you've stopped the situation as soon as it unfolded, and they can wrap it up. If this crazy bint came to my house and started whacking a pickaxe off it, I'd go out with a baseball bat and she'd be getting levered. She'd getting absolutely levered up and down the garden. I don't know what the fuck she thinks she's doing. Like, I'd ask her once, what are you doing? And if she didn't give me a logical, rational explanation for it, which there would be a very limited scope of, if she didn't give me one of those, she'd be getting yeeted right up the drive. This is madness. And the man felt helpless. What a simp. Look at that. What
Terror
the fuck,
and confusion as a woman wielding a pickaxe smashes the windows of a Pasadena home with a baby and grandmother inside.
Oh, so the man wasn't there.
I feel like we lost our safe place.
Homeowner Armand Chukadorian says his mother-in-law was babysitting his 6-week-old
let him
daughter
off.
Monday afternoon. The infant sleeping in the bassinet near the front window.
If my mother-in-law didn't act as fast as she did, my daughter wouldn't be here.
Yeah. What the fuck?
His mother-in-law grabbed the baby before the window was shattered. The attacker returning several times over the course of a few minutes to wreak havoc on the home located on the 1700 block of Asbury Drive.
She broke one window, went back. My mother-in-law came out, screaming, yelling, hitting the doorbell to get my attention.
You can see the assailant marching back up the driveway, the pickaxe swung over her shoulder. After smashing more windows, she shouts an ominous warning.
I'll be back! Get out!
Pasadena police later arrested 65-year-old Beverly Baker at her home on the 1600 block of Casa Grande Street, just a few blocks over. Investigators say she may have been suffering from mental illness, though that is not confirmed.
Police found her nonchalant, walking with a pickaxe on her back like she just finished working with it.
Police claim she refused to surrender for about a half hour before eventually being taken into custody unharmed. Cold comfort for this father who says his family is traumatized by the ordeal.
She needs to be in the right place, getting the right help. That's not any excuse to go attack someone's family, attack someone's newborn, and ruin their dream home and ruin their life and their sanity.
That's problematic!
Indeed it is, Rob. Indeed it is. Oh, that was longer than I wanted it to be. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to make them this long.